everyone, and welcome to Book Talks with Miss Thomas. This is October, and it's probably my favorite month of the year. I love the costumes and the candy associated with October, but I also love the fall and the cool air and just all the wonderful fun things that come with it. So today I have a fun October book talk just for you. So, hey everybody, and welcome. I want you to meet my friend. This is my pet spider. I'm just kidding. This is just a Halloween decoration of a spider, and sadly, he only has the two eyes, which is not accurate. You know, most spiders have lots of eyes. But I thought he would make a fun visual for the book I want to talk to you about called Cackle by Rachel Harrison. This is a fun book, let me tell you. I'm going to put this spider on my lap because one of the main characters in the book has a pet spider, and he just hangs out on her lap a lot in the book. So I got this book, Cackle, specifically for Halloween this year, and let me tell you, I devoured it in one day. It was just a fun, breezy read, you know. I like a Halloween read that's not like a lot of blood and gore and really scary, but also I want to recognize the fun, you know, of fall and October and specifically Halloween. So in the book, Cackle, the main character, Annie, she's dumped by her boyfriend in New York, and he has this place, and they live in an apartment together in Manhattan, and I guess he has all the money, so she has to leave, and so she leaves and gets a job in this little cozy, small, idyllic town where it's almost like, to me, it reminded me of the Stepford Wives. You know, everybody was eerily perfect. You know, it was just a little bit too lovely, and you suspect there's something going on there. There's something not quite right about it. Annie makes a friend named Sophie, who is a lovely, wonderful, magical friend. And a lot of the members of the town and the community, they're nice to Sophie, but you get the sense that they're afraid of her too. There's something about Sophie that's just a little bit off. And yet she becomes a very dear friend of Annie's. And Annie kind of wonders, should she trust Sophie or not? And there is a cute passage. It's not a spoiler alert, but it is, you know, good 2/3 into the book. I want to share with you because it's about the spider. And, you know, you have to see the spider on the book cover. Spiders are a big part of the book. And I'm afraid of spiders, but in this book, they're sweet. They're not scary. So in the book, Annie's upset about something. And so Sophie says, "Here," she says, "open your palm." I do it. In it, she deposits a large spider. So large I can see its face perfectly without having to squint. Countless eyes and a smile. A big lively grin. "This is Ralph," she says. "He and I are good friends. He's very cheery." Is this real?" I say to her. "Annie," she says, "there's only so much I can tell you. Only so much I can teach you. I can show you the things about the world, about yourself. Beautiful, wonderful things. But I can't make you believe them. There are some things you need to discover on your own. Do you understand?" I look down at Ralph, whose smile is so big it takes up most of his dark, fuzzy face. He's the most adorable creature I've ever seen. And she's right. He is very cheery. And suddenly, I'm cheery too. "He's amazing." "I thought you two might hit it off," she says. "He's good company, almost as good as me." When we arrive at the diner, we sit in our usual back booth and order pancakes. Sophie pours maple syrup into her spoon and lets Ralph stick his face in it. "Should he eat that?" I ask. "I don't know," she says, "but he loves it." This is so weird. I almost say that I can't believe it, but I stop myself. Instead, I say, "There's a lot I used to believe wasn't possible." She smiles, picking an apple. out of thin air and tossing it to me. She says, I know. So this is Cackle. It's a really fun book. And, it's about Annie who makes friends with Sophie, who is certainly magical. But is she a witch? And is she a good witch or a bad witch? So you have to read for yourself and find out. There are lots of spiders in the book, but they're not like gross, creepy, yucky spiders. So this one may be a little yucky with the green and everything. Actually, my youngest used to be afraid of this, even though it was a Halloween decoration. So I had to go and dig it out of the way back of the closet. But I thought it would make a fun visual for you guys. Real quick, I will say some people would especially like Cackle if they are struggling to find themselves. That was one thing about the book, Cackle. It was sort of lauded as a feminist book, and I sort of see that, but not really. I think the book is more just about learning to depend on yourself and trust yourself without needing someone else to define you. And I don't think that has to be about a woman needing a man, although in this case, that is, a large part of the plot. Annie was just devastated when her boyfriend dumped her. She couldn't imagine being anyone other than his girlfriend. And she has to forge a life for herself without him and ends up with a spider for a companion, but not in the romantic sense, obviously. So, Cackle, it was a good book, and I really thought it was a fun book. If anyone's looking for something just sort of fun and silly to read, that's not really scary for Halloween, Cackle would be a good one. But if Halloween has passed and you're still thinking of reading this book, it is a really nice book about learning to like yourself and, enjoy your own company instead of needing someone else. So that's my review for Rachel Harrison's latest novel, which, by the way, was just released this month, Cackle.